Sometimes you have to step in. You have a child. Sometimes you have to discipline a child. Sometimes you have to stand up for your own rights. You don't have to be a shmata, okay? Nobody has to walk all over you, but you can still judge someone favorably and still tell them what you expect from them in a different way. Because what you're doing is you're really saying, okay, they're doing these actions, but they still have a neshama, they still have a soul. They still do this good, they do that good. Look at them. They're awful, I can't stand my neighbor, they're horrible, they're this, that, but boy, she's a wonderful mom. Or, wow, look at that, she's always holding the door for people. Okay, the thought has to be, we have to find that positive thought.
Well, Chaya, what if you think that in an instance like that, well, I'm not going to stoop to their level? Isn't that still like a bad judgment?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you're caught in righteous indignation or something. Okay. So first of all, you may or may not be right. We don't always know the whole. I'll tell you something interesting. Even in a case such as you described, we don't know the whole story. We only see things in a moment in time. Only Hashem knows every moment in time and every angle. We really don't know. Mm-hmm. We know that there are Gilgulim, there are incarnations, and we're not, God forbid, we're not like in India where, that means that, you have to spend your whole life suffering if you're born into a low caste because that's your incarnation, so you should suffer. No, we're moral, and we believe that people should be helped, but we don't know every aspect of what we're viewing. Okay, we really don't. Sometimes you see somebody in a situation with somebody else, and you can find out that the person has been abusing them for years, and they finally blew up. Who knows? We don't. So instead of being caught in judging the act, get caught up in looking at the person. And, people are always surprised, not everybody, but many people are always surprised when I say what Rebbe Nachman teaches is you can change your thoughts. But people say, well, the thoughts just happen. They just happen. No, really shaking your head. No, we are not only allowed to control our thoughts, we're required to view thinking as an active verb. We can't just lie here and let our thoughts run through our heads. You can probably write nice poetry that way, okay? But by holding on to our thoughts and saying, I'm going to train my thoughts in this way, what happens is that I find that the most resistance comes when people feel that they're going to lose something of themselves in this. They feel they're going to lose some of their identity. I'm going to lose my feistiness. I'm going to lose my this. I'm going to lose my that. No. You're going to peel away Neely's nodding, so she must know what I'm talking about. You're going to peel away the blocks to who you really are. I'm still feisty. Okay? Hopefully I got rid of the mean part. Being honest. I want to look at everyone with some measure of love. Because I want to share what's changed my life. And the only way to do that is to really look for the good in each person. And literally, I just look away. And if it's in your face, if it is a boss, if it is your job, if it is a court case, if it is something like that, you've been handed a massive test, a massive gift.
I was just thinking that evolutionary reason that we always notice the negative is because this way our brain was built so we can run away from danger. So we have to see something that's negative. But here it looks like it's an evolutionary step because I still have to look at the action. It may be negative and I have to do something. But in terms of thought control, I can train myself exactly in that. The primitive way is impossible to look at something positive, and that requires really huge concentration because the brain is not wired this way.
Okay, so first of all, it's not wired that way because we're not taught that. But I know people who were taught, I know people who grew up like this, who were taught, I know many people who were taught this, and their brains are wired completely differently. It's all what you're taught. It's all what you see at home. It's all what you learn from people. That's all.
It's true too.
Okay? So now you can be your own parent and re-educate yourself. And this is, you know, you want to see it through a lens of, you know, human development. The truth is this has always been Jewish. It's part of halacha. We have to judge other people favorably. We have to love them. It's a halacha. And nobody tells you, well, okay, maybe some people tell you, but it's rare to find instructions on how to do that and how to work through the stuff that's going to be a block to doing that. And, you know, I really want to say something again about, I get what you're saying about righteous indignation. You want to correct things. So tap into the part of you that's saying, I want to fix this. I see something wrong. And, you know, do all the other stuff too. Look in a mirror. Where are you doing this, so on and so forth. Judge favorably. And then say, I'm going to tap into that part where, wow, look at me. I want to fix something and make things right. You know, there must be something, and ask yourself, maybe there's something in that other person's life where they also want to fix things and make things right. How do they do that? How do they do that? Where do they do that? You know? And like, give your, you know, if you know the person, obviously if it's a stranger, you can't. Like, where are you finding this in them?